a long time ago, in a garden far, far away. It is a dark time for the rebellion. The evil galactic empire has driven the rebel veggies from their hidden base and pursues them across the galaxy. Our story begins on the frozen planet of Hathus, a desolate ice world where the rebels have carved out a secret sanctuary, Echo Base. But their peace is short-lived. The menacing Darth Tatta, consumed by his obsession with finding the young hero, Luke Zucchini Walker, has dispatched thousands of probe droids into the farthest reaches of space. He will not rest until the last of the rebel veggies are crushed, and young Zucchini Walker is brought before him. On the icy plains of Hathus, Luke Zucchini Walker is on patrol, riding his trusty Tonian. The air is crisp and cold, the snow crunching underfoot. Suddenly, a monstrous shadow falls over him. It's a wampamelon, a ferocious, carnivorous beast native to the planet. The creature attacks, knocking Luke unconscious and dragging him back to its icy lair. Luke awakens, hanging upside down, his feet frozen to the ceiling of the cave. The wampamelon is busy devouring part of his Tauntonian. Thinking fast, Luke uses the Force, a mystical energy field that binds the garden galaxy together, to pull his lightsaber leak towards him. With a swift slice, he frees himself, maims the beast, and stumbles out into the blinding blizzard. Lost and succumbing to the freezing temperatures, Luke collapses in the snow. Just as his consciousness fades, a shimmering, ghostly figure appears before him. It is the spirit of his former mentor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. The vision is brief but powerful. He speaks of a great Jedi Master, the one who taught him the ways of the Force. Luke, the spirit whispers, you will go to the Dagobah Ganache system. There, you will learn from Brockle Yoda, the Jedi Master who instructed me. Before Luke can ask any questions, the vision fades. He is alone again, but not for long. Han Solo, riding his own Tauntonian, has come searching for him. He finds Luke near death, wraps him in a shelter, and waits for rescue. They are found the next morning and brought back to Echo Base, just as an Imperial probe droid discovers their location. The alarm sounds. The Empire has found them. A full-scale invasion begins. Imperial AT-AT walkers, massive all-terrain armored turnips, stomp across the snowfields, their laser cannons blasting the rebel defenses. Luke, now recovered, leads Rogue Squadron in their snowspeeders, tiny but agile T-47 air spinaches. They fly circles around the giant walkers, using harpoons and tow cables to trip them up. That armor's too strong for blasters. Luke shouts to his wingman, Rogue Group, use your harpoons and tow cables. Go for the legs. It's a brilliant, desperate tactic. While the battle rages on the ground, Han Solo, Princess Penelope Chewbacca, and C-3PO rush to their ship, the Millennium Zucchini. It's a battered old freighter, but it's the fastest hunk of junk in the Garden Galaxy. They manage to lift off just as Darth Tatta and his snowtroopers storm the hangar. The Millennium Zucchini soars into space, but the Empire is in hot pursuit. The ship's hyperdrive is malfunctioning, as usual. It's not my fault, Han yells at the complaining princess as sparks fly from the control panel. They dive into a dense asteroid field, a risky maneuver, but their only chance to shake the Imperial Star Destroyers. Han's reckless piloting pays off, and they find a temporary hiding spot inside a large asteroid, which turns out to be the mouth of a giant space slug squash. Meanwhile, Luke Zucchini Walker, following Obi-Wan's spectral instructions, has taken his X-Wing beam fighter and R2-D2 to the swampy, fog-shrouded planet of Dagobah. The planet is teeming with strange life, a primitive world untouched by technology. After crash landing in a murky bog, Luke is met by a small, green, and very eccentric creature. This little sprout offers him food and shelter, speaking in confusing backward sentences. Help you, I can. Yes, Luke is impatient, eager to find the great warrior Brockle Yoda. He has no idea he's already talking to him. After testing Luke's patience, the little green being finally reveals his true identity. He is Yoda, the legendary Jedi Master. Luke's training begins. Yoda pushes him to his limits, both physically and mentally. He teaches Luke to feel the Force flowing through all things, to lift rocks with his mind, and to confront the darkness within himself. In a dark, gnarled cave, strong with the dark side of the Force, Luke faces a vision of Darth Tatta. In a brief, imaginary duel, he strikes down the Dark Lord, only to see the helmet explode and reveal his own face underneath. "Your enemy you have only begun to discover," Yoda warns. The lesson is clear. The path to the dark side is paved with anger and fear. Back on the Millennium Zucchini, our heroes escape the space, slug squash, and make their way to Cloud Cabbage, a beautiful gas-mining city floating in the clouds of the planet Bespinach. The city is run by Han's old friend, the impossibly smooth and charming Lando Calrissian Flower. Lando greets them with open arms, offering them refuge, repairs, and his finest hospitality. But something is wrong. The city feels tense. C-3PO wanders off and is blasted to pieces by unseen assailants. It's a trap. Darth Tatta and the bounty hunter Boba Fett Tuchin arrived before them. Lando, to protect his city and his people, was forced to make a deal. Han is tortured, a cruel tactic by Darth Tatta to lure Luke out of hiding. Through the Force, Luke feels his friend's pain across the galaxy. Han, Leia, he cries out, interrupting his training. He sees a vision of his friends in danger. Despite the warnings from both Yoda and the spirit of Obi-Wan Kenobi that he is not yet ready, that he must complete his training, Luke's loyalty to his friends is too strong. "I can't keep the vision out of my head," he tells Obi-Wan's ghost. "They're my friends. I've got to help them." He promises to return and finish what he started, then climbs into his X-Wing beam and blasts off for Cloud Cabbage, flying headfirst into Tater's trap. As Luke speeds towards his destiny, Han Solo is led to a carbon-freezing chamber. Darth Tatta plans to test the facility on Han before using it on Luke. Princess Penelope, held back by stormtroopers, can only watch in horror. "I love you," she cries out to Han. In his classic roguish style, Han simply replies, "I know." He is lowered into the chamber, and a moment later, a large block of carbonite croutons rises, with Han's horrified expression frozen on its surface. Lando, filled with guilt, realizes he has made a terrible mistake. He initiates an evacuation of Cloud Cabbage and helps Penelope, Chewbacca, and a reassembled C-3PO escape to the Millennium Zucchini, carrying the frozen Han with them. But Boba Fett Tuchin gets there first and takes off with his prize. Luke arrives at Cloud Cabbage and is led into the very same chamber. The door hisses shut, and from the shadows, Darth Tatta emerges, his black helmet gleaming. "The Force is with you, young Zucchini Walker," Tatta's deep, synthesized voice echoes. "But you are not a Jedi yet." Their lightsabers ignite Luke's green leek against Tatta's red radish. A spectacular duel unfolds throughout the city's infrastructure. Luke is skilled, but Tatta is more powerful, more experienced. He toys with Luke, using the Force to hurl objects at him, driving him back. The fight leads them to a narrow gantry, overlooking a massive reactor shaft. With a powerful slash, Darth Tatta severs Luke's hand, sending it and his lightsaber leak tumbling into the abyss. Luke clutches his smoking stump, cornered and defeated. This is the moment Darth Tatta has been waiting for. He leans in, his voice dropping to a chilling, personal tone. "Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father." Luke, defiant, spits back. "He told me enough. He told me you killed him." A long, dramatic pause hangs in the air. "No, Luke," Tatta reveals, the words echoing with shocking finality. "I am your father's gardener." The revelation hits Luke like a physical blow. A universe of questions and horror flashes through his mind. His father's gardener, the one who planted the seeds of the Zucchini Walker family. It's too much. "No, that's not true. That's impossible," Luke screams. Faced with this terrible truth and Tater's offer to rule the Garden Galaxy together, Luke chooses the only escape. He lets go of the gantry and plummets into the chasm below. He is sucked into a weather vane on the underside of Cloud Cabbage. Hanging on for dear life, he reaches out with his mind, calling to the one person he can trust. Leia, hear me. On board the Millennium Zucchini, just as they are about to jump to light speed, Princess Penelope feels his desperate plea. We've got to go back, she insists. I know where Luke is. Lando, seeking redemption, turns the ship around. They rescue Luke, pulling him to safety just as Tater's Star Destroyer closes in. With a final, sputtering lurch, the hyperdrive finally engages, and the Millennium Zucchini vanishes into a streak of light, leaving a frustrated Darth Tatta behind, aboard a rebel medical frigate. Luke is fitted with a new robotic hand. He, Penelope, Lando and Chewbacca stand together, looking out at the star-dusted cosmos. Han Solo is gone, delivered to the vile gangster Jabba, the Hutt-Turnut Squash. Their quest is far from over. Their resolve is stronger than ever. They will find a way to rescue their friend, no matter the cost. The adventure continues. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more tales from the Garden Galaxy.